I think about this often, like, what is the appeal of God's love we deliver in our work? And I think inherently, everybody knows what it feels like to be sick. If not ourselves, our parents, our cousins, our friends, our partners, everybody experiences illness. The major differentiating factor are the people that we serve are experiencing illness but don't have the ability to cook or feed themselves nutritious, delicious food. So I think that's the appeal, is that people understand, like, what if I was in that position? What if my mom didn't have me help care for her? Who would do it? That mission, that message rings true to most certainly everybody that works and supports this organization, and it definitely rings true for our friends at Douglas Elliman.
This whole organization is about feeding people that are too sick to grocery shop or cook for themselves. And so it was important to us to continue to do the ride. This was the 9th annual Ride for Love, and it was important for us to continue the ride and its legacy while also keeping everybody safe. Every year I set the goal for the riders for how much they're going to raise, and then I send out cheerleading emails. I call folks. I say, this is, please sign up, start your fundraising.
Most dramatically in last year versus this year is that we've enrolled north of 5,800 new clients that are living with life-altering illnesses, which is about a 30% increase. Here at God's Love We Deliver, we do not have a waiting list. So when a person reaches out to us and enrolls in our program, we try to get them a meal within a few days of that first conversation.
So it's interesting because I had already been biking, and then when I got the email from Bridget Harvey and Julia Cordry and Douglas Elliman about the charity ride, I thought, wow, this is sort of perfect for me. My mother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer, and she was in the late stages. So as a family, it was sort of up to 3 children to take care of her and make sure she had all of her needs met. Realistically, this organization helps not just the folks who are sick, but the family members as well, because we were doing chemo appointments several times a week. We were rotating. We were cleaning her house, making sure she was fed and hydrated, and helping her with showers and things. And so the type of relief that this organization offers is it's beyond helpful. It's beautiful. It's incredible. I'm eternally grateful.
This year's ride, we returned to SoulCycle, and then we also had 14 different small group rides all over the world. And I was actually at the SoulCycle ride, which meant that I was with, we had 42 people there, which was a ton of fun to get to see everybody to be riding together. David Barriga and his team, including Kenny, they are all agents in Long Island and Queens, and we became friends a couple of years ago through the Ride for Love. And David is such an incredible team leader. He inspires his team so much.
This is my 4th year doing the ride.
This is my 2nd year doing the ride.
My name is David Barriga.
I'm Kenny Tongpanish, and we're on the Barriga team. So, this year we did both the 100-mile route and we did the SoulCycle. And obviously, we started at 2 a.m. for the 100-mile route out in Long Island, into Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, then back to SoulCycle, where, we participated in that as well.
Obviously, every year is special. This has become I think, very special to my family as well. My father rode the 100 miles with us 2 years ago. My daughter rode SoulCycle the other day with us. But it's also special because, my teammates were able to join.
This year, our riders raised a collective $156,000, which is absolutely incredible. Right now, there are so many causes, right? There are so many people that need help and need support, including financial support. And so for our riders to raise $156,000 was incredible. And so that $156,000 translates into 15,600 meals. Truly fantastic.
If you were searching for the most amazing corporate partner, by far, Douglas Elliman for God's Love We Deliver is one. Introduced our mission through all of the people involved in the Ride for Love to thousands of people that continue to support God's Love We Deliver and our mission throughout the year 2022. We are going to celebrate our 10th annual Ride for Love with hopes of raising enough money to hit the $1.5 million mark. So I invite you to join us next year for the 10th annual Ride for Love, thanks to our friends and partners at Douglas Elliman. Join us.